the animal show that doesn't bite. So, hop up onto the sofa and meet an animal who loves to travel on the tube. Two horses that are listening to a tale. And a dog that can't figure out what those fluffy dice are for. All that and much, much more on the planet's funniest animals. And now, a man who thought The Silence of the Lambs needed more animal dialogue, Richard Arnold.
Hello and welcome to the planet's funniest animals, the show that vows to someday live up to its name. Now, like most people, I have a set routine to my schedule in the morning. I get up, I make the bed, I cook, and when I'm done with my job at the Sleep Cheap Motel, I come here. Well, animals have a daily routine too, of course. Take a look. First thing you want to do when you get up in the morning is take a refreshing shower, isn't it? This has got to be one of those new high-tech pulsating heads. And now that you're all showered and fresh, it's time to address those dental hygiene issues. And we recommend, along with all good dentists, something with a rotating brush to remove all those stubborn bits of mice. And if you're going to go out into the day, you're going to want to make sure you look your best. I guess this is one of those mirrors that you just never look good in. And for most people, the day begins by tearing up all that annoying junk mail that you get. And it's clearly the high point of any animal's day. Oh, hang on, that's my dull check. And once that's all done, you now have some time to spend some quality time with the children. Although something tells me that social services might have a few questions about this particular kind of adult supervision. Well, you've had a full day, and now it's time to finally retire for the evening. And these two must be tired. They've been asleep since the 6th of November 1993. Little Rip Van Winkle there. And his little pussy. I think I may have finally figured out what it is that women want. Clearly they want the remote so they can watch whatever else is on right now. But they also want healthy partnerships. That's why we decided to present some useful tips on how to maintain healthy relationships. And one thing you don't want is someone in your life who's always going to give you an earful of spittle. In order to have a successful relationship, you've got to really love your partner for their mind. Or in this particular case, their back. Another way to maintain a healthy relationship is to try and maintain a younger appearance. Note, in this case, this particular horse's natural-looking hay toupee. Believe it or not, occasional fights are actually a healthy way to air personal differences. But of course, these two will be feeling a lot more open air once they've ripped each other's fur out. And of course, you can't have a healthy relationship without a healthy self-image. Although this image seems to have a lot of smudges and paw prints on it. Time now to check the post with the host with the most. Yes, Animail! Here's a cheeky letter for you this week. Here's one that reads, Dear Richard, I've always heard that in the southern hemisphere, things like drains and toilets go anti-clockwise as opposed to clockwise in the northern hemisphere. Is this true? Sincerely yours, Kenneth Gluck from Ipswich. Well, Kenneth, I don't know about drains, but I do know that theory holds true with other things. Take a look. Notice the direction, Kenneth, that the orangutan is spinning in the southern hemisphere. I can assure you, he did it completely the opposite when he was visiting British zoos last year. What can I say, Kenneth? I hope that answers your question, and thanks for your letter. We like to think of ourselves as a family show, of course, and that's why on this show, Curiosity never actually kills the cat. It just really, really embarrasses him and gives us a great video to laugh at his expense. Take this clip, for example. Notice how curious this cat is about the laser light dancing on the wall. Although I didn't actually see anyone shine the light in the water. Now this cat's curious about that whole racing fad. Apparently, he's also responsible for several red flags. And here's a bird who's curious about the disappearance of the mouse that ran up the clock. Oh, we know he's not behind here. Sometimes, of course, being curious has serious health implications. In this case, for one's neck, apparently. Ironically, here we see a turtle interested in the old shell game. And there's clearly nothing under there. And this little fellow is curious as to how they make animal home videos. And now the guy behind the camera is curious about what to put on a black eye. Right, now we'd like to take some time to teach our younger viewers the difference between right and wrong. But since we don't know much about the right behavior on this show, we thought we'd just show you the wrong stuff. Watch and learn. Okay, kids. Yep, that means you at the back as well. This is definitely what we call bad behavior. Okay, you should never, ever eat with your fingers. And remember, kids, it's very impolite to let the hostess know what you think about their bad food. Here's another example of bad behavior, kids. It's never nice to be overly pushy with your mates. Especially if you're all hanging out on a very high ledge. And always remember to avoid busy streets. And whenever you do cross over a road, never cross against the don't waddle light. Now, this is actually good behavior. You should always try to clean your plate. And you should always remember to leave just a little something for the waiter as well, just to, show your appreciation. Also, when living at the zoo, it's always a good idea to keep all the doors and windows shut. Otherwise, you might get a giraffe. Now it's time to check out the animal section of the Help Wanted ads. Wanted hotel maid. Must be good at fluffing sheets and recreating that vibrating mattress effect. Wanted. Someone to replace the white dog that didn't work out in that last advert. Wanted. Someone who's not afraid to get his feet wet. We're looking for applicants who can turn dirt into mud. If this sounds like you, let's talk. Oh, hang on, I don't know how this got in here. It's one of those really dirty ads. In fact, this one is truly filthy. And wanted, spray painter. Now let's see, there's the spray, so where's the paint then? Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's time for Animals in the News. In Shrewsbury, poor sales forced the Kitty Meal Cat Food Corporation to discontinue their failed line of garlic and anchovy feast dinner. Niles, the irascible polar bear, was arrested again on Thursday in Alaska after making what authorities described as inappropriate snow angels. A man in Nottingham finally awoke from a 6-week coma today. The man told doctors that he did see that infamous tunnel, but the hamster on the other end told him to go back because it wasn't his time. Officials at Chessington Zoo cancelled the annual Stupid Jokes Festival this year. All this because of an incident last year when a few bad gorillas filled their mouths with mashed banana and faced zoo visitors, saying, "Look at us, we're whiteheads." While demonstrating their affection for each other, two pooches in Brighton accidentally sucked the air out of each other, leaving them each with approximately 125 square inches of extra skin. You know, I think I better tell you this before you see it in the papers. I spent my last 3 weekends performing community service. I didn't break the law or anything. I just like raking leaves with hardened criminals. Which got me thinking, actually, what if animals had to do community service? A lot of judges these days try to make the community service fit the crime. In this case, these two practical jokers were apprehended last week for watering down the pavement in freezing temperatures in front of the local nursing home. And here's a dog who was sentenced to help people with back problems change their clothing. Of course, now that the sock's off, some liberal groups might consider this community service cruel and unusual punishment. The whole point of community service, of course, is to do something that helps others. And here we see a horse serving his time by keeping flies away from his friends' faces. This cat's community service is to test this woman's drinking water and tell her if it still has that rubbery hose taste. And here we see a dog performing his community service by taking over for the man at the pony ride. I can't apologize enough, ladies and gentlemen, for this strange mood that I'm in today. I don't know, I guess I should be a little bit more excited that they decided to turn my book, My Parents Did This to Me, into a television drama. But when I saw the true events come to life right there on the screen, I guess it just brought back a lot of memories, that's all. Well, take this scene, for example. Now, this is the part where my parents tell me that Santa Claus drives a Jeep and spends the rest of the year trying to run over small children. And if you want to see more of that, check out my new drama at its all-new time of 4 a.m. in the morning next week. I didn't know this before, but it's only in Britain, apparently, where animals actually get excited about walking on leads. In other countries, they prefer to get around, well, in other ways. You see, here in Blighty, we are way behind in walking technology. What with all the red tape, safety issues, and government regulations, this technology won't be available, unfortunately, in this country for at least 5 more years. And this mode of transportation won't be making it to Great Britain anytime soon because apparently standing an animal upright on a moving vehicle breaks several laws. Something to do with Brussels, I think. When it comes to walking pets, the British have always remained conventional and close-minded to new ideas. Apparently, we think that birds are supposed to fly or something. Well, it's time to say goodbye, unfortunately, but in the meantime, remember, Daddy Longlegs hate it when you take their inside leg measurement. Or their legs, frankly. We all did that right. It's good. Anyway, I'll see you next time for more of the planet's funniest animals when I'll dare to share again. Goodbye.
Stay with us here on ETV for the Crocodile Hunter Diaries.